Hey guys, hello Bella, and we are going to do an update video for June. The Amazon Influencer Program has been pretty good to me. June was my 10th month in the program, so end of August will be 1 full year. In this video, we're going to talk about what's working for me, what I'm changing, some new extensions that I'm using, some new paid tools that I'm using that have really been a game changer for me, some strategies that I guess I've come across that might help you be better in this business, and we'll also talk about my earnings for on-site, off-site, and creator connections. A big focus for me this month was optimizing my output of videos. I really don't understand how people put out hundreds of videos a month. It was a struggle for me to put out 50 videos a month when I first started. Now I'm getting up to 100, and I feel like part of that was that number one, I was trying too hard on my videos, but number two, I was spending too much time researching things and I just needed to get faster at my output. I've also got quicker at editing. I pretty much do the same edits on every video, so being able to do all of that faster is definitely a plus. Hopefully eventually I'll get to the point where I'm comfortable with not editing, but I really like the cadence of my videos that are sped up. I feel like they're more engaging and I feel like, you know, they're converting well. Everything that I'm doing is kind of working, so I'm happy with the quality of the videos. I just need to get the quantity up. I've been using ChatGPT a little bit to help me with scripting, pulling info from the Amazon listings. All I have to do is put the link in and it'll give me like the highlights of the particular product. I've also used it to help me with like creating hooks, coming up with strategies for content. If I don't know what to say, I made a list of like 20 things to start the video off with so that I can just tape that to my mirror when I'm filming. So just little things like that I do for free, I feel like are really helping me because I get to be a better creator, which produces better videos, and then it also allows me to film content faster. So total videos at the end of June was 854 videos, which I'm very proud of. I had a goal to get to 1,000 videos by the end of 2025, and it's only July, so I feel like I'm going to surpass that goal, which is something that I'm really proud of. I didn't really see myself doing so much. I've really been grinding these last couple of months and I can tell that it is starting to wear on me. I'm starting to kind of get sick of it. Even the packages come into my house, I used to get excited about them, but now it just feels like a lot of work. So I am kind of limiting my creator connections like stuff. I'll talk about that a little bit more in the video, but I'm doing a better strategy for how I accept those products and what I'm willing to accept. So new videos produced in June was 112. So I usually do about 50 to 70 videos a month, but I wanted to push myself this month. I actually thought like, how many can I film in a day? So I tried to max out how much I could film and I did 29. But the problem with that is that I filmed and edited and uploaded them. So I feel like dedicated filming days and then dedicated edit upload days might be the way to go, because when I'm in filming mode, I'm like, let's go, let's do this. Like I have to have high energy. But when I'm editing, it's more of a meticulous kind of boring process. So doing those things together doesn't really make the most sense. I find that when I'm editing, I kind of just need to sit somewhere quiet and just relax and have a coffee and just go through that process. So I think I'm going to separate like filming days versus edit upload days going forward. But the most I did in one day was 29. And then of course I'm trying to do like more products. I don't have a problem finding products to review. That's never been an issue. The biggest bottleneck in this business for me is getting the videos like done. So on my spreadsheet, it says that my average videos per month is 77 videos. So I'd just be curious to see how many videos you guys are uploading. I bet some of y'all are doing that in a week. So let me know in the comments how many videos you're able to accomplish within a week and a month. I also started using a new Chrome extension that is paid. It is called Oink for Influencers, and it scans your storefront and basically tells you all of the ASINs that you currently have a video for that have a creator connections campaign going on. It automatically accepts the campaign for you and it posts your link to the campaign. So within a matter of like 15 or 20 minutes a day, I can go through 200,000 different campaigns and add my links. So that has been a game changer for me. It's actually gotten me a lot more money. I'm in more campaigns now. I'm actually in 331 campaigns right now, which is crazy because completed campaigns for me is 351, which means I'm almost in as many campaigns right now as I have completed, and that's over the course of 10 months. So it's really impressive to me what this tool is able to do. It also has a feature where it scans every video you have, and if there's no longer an active product for that video is essentially dead. So what it does is it gives you a list of those and you can go in and change a different product. There's a lot of reasons why listing changes, but basically if there's no offer available, then there's no way for you to make a commission. So what it does is it gives you that list of things that no longer have an offer, and you can then go in and change your video. So there's nothing wrong with doing that, of course, you know, just make sure that it's the same product. But that really has also contributed, because I had a lot of videos that weren't doing anything for me. There was probably 30 videos that I have that just didn't have a product anymore. So I went in and re-tagged all of them, and literally the next week they started making money for me again. So really recommend that extension. It is a little pricey. It's like $200 a year. However, I made my money back in the time. Like, time is money, and I just don't have time to look through. There's no way to visually look through all of those campaigns. It's easy when you don't have a lot of products, but I was missing so much money by not being in those campaigns. So it's $200, but if you use code Bella, it's like $179.99, and that's good for the year. So I would consider getting that. That's really been the biggest change I've made in my business over the last couple of weeks, is that I started using that, and I started, kind of seeing like, okay, what is actually selling? Because if it's only selling like 50 units and there's 7 other creators on the listing, or 10 other, or 20 other, how on earth are you going to get even like a small piece of the pie? I like to choose products that have sales, but not a lot of competition, that also have, the potential to get more sales. You don't want to choose brands that are just kind of generic. You can really start to tell in Creator Connections which brands are going to flop and which ones are actually starting to gain traction. So I would recommend studying that a little bit as you go forward. I am going to make a dedicated like Creator Connections strategy video, but I've got to take some time to think on that. So if you have specific questions about Creator Connections, please leave those in the comments, and I'll try to put that into the next video. So for my earnings this month, my on-site earnings was $351, rounded, not giving y'all exact numbers because Amazon doesn't like that. So $351, which is like, okay, I guess, it is what it is. My off-site, $9. Okay, nothing to brag about there. And then my Creator Connections earnings is $373. So that actually is higher than my on-site. So this is the first month that has happened where my Creator Connections earnings surpassed my on-site earnings, which I think is an interesting thing. And it's definitely has to do with adding that extension to my business, because now I'm able to pull all of those campaigns and get added to them. It will also choose campaigns that are higher commission. So if you're in one that's 10% and then they change it to 15%, it will automatically accept that 15% campaign for you. And these brands do that all the time. Like, I'll be in one and it'll say 11%, then it'll say 20, then it'll say 10 again. So they just go back and forth with the campaign details. So this actually helped me gain more money. I didn't do any brand deals in June. I actually don't think I did any in May either. I just wasn't interested in the things that people were reaching out to me about. They didn't want to pay what I was charging, so it is what it is. I'm just not willing to work for, pennies on the dollar. I don't want to be an affiliate for you. Like, there's very few programs that I actually want to work with as an affiliate only. Most of the time, I want to be paid upfront for my work, because you have no idea whether or not those products are going to be successful. It's better to just get paid upfront for the work. So just trust me on that. Do not sit there and accept free products in exchange for reviews unless you really, really want the product. It's just not worth it. Of the 112 videos I did in June, 43 of those products were from Creator Connections. So 38% of the product reviews I did this month were from Creator Connections. So I just want to make that connection that a lot of the products that I was getting were from Creator Connections. So I'm noticing that Creator Connections takes up a lot of my time because I have to chat back and forth with sellers. I do have keyboard shortcuts that make it a lot faster. I have one for my address, one for the details of what the video is. I have one for my pitch, which is just like, I literally copy paste it just really, really fast. Probably send out 50 pitches at a time. I will, kind of talk to you a little bit about that in the Creator Connections video, but you need to make your own pitch. I can't make a pitch for you. You need to sell yourself in that message and make it concise. It doesn't need to be this giant wall of text, because most of the Chinese sellers are literally putting it in Google Translate and then trying to figure out what you're even asking for. So just make sure that you're very clear about what you're offering in exchange for what you want. So I do think that it's still worthwhile to pursue Creator Connections, but like I said earlier, I'm being more picky about what I take on because it is time consuming. I'm not reviewing $10 items or $15 items. I'm really trying to do stuff at least, $20 or $30 range. And if it's that price point, I want to be able to keep the item myself. All of the items that I don't wind up keeping, I take to a consignment shop that pays me 40% of whatever they sell for. The more expensive ones, I'll sell myself on eBay. But for the most part, I just kind of shove all that stuff out the door. Otherwise, my house would just be completely cluttered. So most of the products that I'm reviewing are coming from discount stores, fill a bag sales. I go to one store that will let you fill in a giant IKEA bag for $10. And so I'll get all kinds of like food products, gourmet products, tools and little things that are just easy to do reviews on. With the food, I usually always try to find food that has like a higher price point, $30 for a multi-pack or something like that. And with this food, there's really not a lot of reviews, because who's buying granola bars that are that expensive? For the most part, that's just not something that people are buying. However, I did learn that, you don't need the whole pack to do a review. You just need one bar. So like if there's a discount store near you and they've got like a bunch of different food options, just get one of every single thing, and you could probably pick up a week's worth of reviews for $20 at most. So be more creative. If people that are saying they can't get enough products to review, I feel like you genuinely don't understand this program or what you're doing. Not to be mean, but like, it's not hard to get products. They're everywhere. There's so much stuff. Like if you just even look at your house or your apartment, go to your friends or your family, there is just an enormous amount of things in the world. You could literally just do products everywhere you go and you will have plenty. But what I do, you know, I will look for those discount stores. I will also focus whenever I buy something for us, I make sure that I buy the thing that I can review. So I'm not going to buy something like we just bought batteries. I didn't pick the like highest listing with all the influencers. I like picked one below it that had no videos, and I bought those batteries and then I did a review for those. The thrift store also has like sometimes bags of like lotions and cosmetic products and things like that haven't been used, and I found like really nice stuff like MAC and Avon and Estee Lauder, those kind of things that you can get for $3 or $4 and then just do your reviews on those. Estee Lauder often has creator connections campaigns, so there's some potential there. What I'm saying is that you cannot be lazy with this. If you get out there and get creative, you will get products to review. So going forward, my goal with this business is to make $1,000 a month by the end of 2025. It looks like I'm about 75% of the way there. I just need to keep going. It is a little daunting thinking about continuing to make videos at the rate that I'm making them. I do feel like my stress level comes from the things visually piling up in my office, and right now, just thinking about it, it almost gets too big. So what I'm going to try to do going forward in July is come up with a better way to organize my reviews, even having like 5 totes, 10 products in each tote, and being like, this is the gardening niche, this is makeup niche, this is pet products, and then just grabbing that tote, doing those 10 reviews, and that will help me a lot. And also going ahead and doing the work up front to put the links. I usually put the links in my notes app, and then I'll go in and copy paste those into my spreadsheet, so then I can easily find all of those products when I start trying to upload them. So I don't want to do any work twice if I can avoid it. So I will have a free guide in the description. It's just a little PDF of how I do my review videos. My previous video about Amazon Influencer, I talked in depth about how I make my review videos, so you can check that out. If you want to support me, if you find value in these videos, you can give it a thumbs up, you can subscribe, you can go through my Amazon storefront. When you go make your next purchase, you go buy toilet paper, buy it from my storefront. I will be forever thankful. You do not have to buy the products that I'm actually reviewing. You can literally just click my storefront and then I'll get a credit for anything you buy on Amazon. So I really appreciate y'all being here. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below. If you've got a specific topic that you want me to cover about Amazon Influencer, I'd be happy to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Take care.